look at other people. Haha. I wonder what all those are for. That box keeps making noise. Huh. Dude, I'm in a clock tower. This is cool. So clock towers are very noisy. It's kind of interesting. We're going up there next. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can catch it ringing. It should ring pretty soon. It's 2 o'clock. If it rings. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off and wait for it to ring. Either that is an incredibly late bell, or that doesn't actually ring. But anyhow, I went up those stairs and those stairs, but I didn't want to go up the next flight because I really know I'm not supposed to be here, and it got a little scary up there actually. It's just kind of weird because I'm not usually scared of heights, but it was like, oh, I don't know if I should go up that far, so I'm gonna go back down now. But anyhow, this was fun. Wait a minute, this clock is just incredibly late. I'm gonna go back up. Okay, so I plucked up the courage to go up the 3rd flight of stairs. This is so cool! Wait a minute, it's not incredibly late. The clock is backwards. Ha! That bell doesn't ring. Okay. We should go before we get in trouble. Yay for fun adventure times! I was way up there. See, right there. That's the little door I was looking at. Okay, so I checked my email and Heather is gonna go to the forest, so I'm gonna go there too, and hopefully I will get there before she decides to go, because she emailed and she was like, I'm leaving now, so if anybody comes, come. And I was in a bell tower, so hopefully I get there before she goes. There's a funny statue man. I don't know if I told you about Heather. I met Heather a while ago. I think she's from like Australia or something. She's pretty cool. Anyhow, I might get her on video today. We'll see. Look, I found her. The forest, or park with trees. How exciting. There's skateboards. Dude, there's running horses. And lots of children. Heather is being prudent and trying to look things up on a map. She's very good at this.
It's a good idea!
I don't know, maybe that they're...
Like, that's so weird. Oh, there's a comma, right?
There's commas are very important. He's a giant man. He would climb the man. So you can go inside the man, although it looks like you're caging children. Although you're not, see, because you can crawl through. It's cool. So we are in a deer park. Hey Heather. Looking at the deer. Aww.
사슴은 한 마리밖에 안 나와. 근데 사슴도 많고 호랑이는 지금 야생이라 이렇게 먹이주기를 할 수가 없어. 숨어 있으니까.
There are cats. They are on leashes. That's funny. There's a cool tunnel of sounds. Is there any story about this tunnel? Nobody knows the story about the tunnel. It's just a cool tunnel. What did you say the name of this river was?
Huh?
What did you say the name of the river was?
Han River.
Han River? There are giant Korean letters. That's cool. And that mountain over there, which you can't see, because it's way over there. That one, there, is South Mountain. Although we are south of it, so we are walking north towards it. Yes. People using those gyms I've been recording this whole time. In a park. Park. Okay. We're in a cool little dome.
That's the station.
Is that the station that we're trying to get to?
Yeah.
Yeah, so one more up.
But now it's like we're above it. Oh, but there's the walkway up there.
Okay, but we're still going up. So do we have to go?
No, because there's the walkway over there.
Oh, there's a walkway over there. Okay, cool. This is a cool station. It has an open ceiling. I've been here once before, but I didn't have time to take a video, and I don't really now either because the train is here. So they're little pancake things. Thank you, Heather. This is Heather's favorite coffee shop. There's cool pictures of coffee stuff, but it's also very full, so we're gonna go somewhere else, I think. Alright, that was fun. We walked around and talked, and it was cool. Yeah, so we were gonna go back to the Boas building and jump online and maybe grab something to eat in between there and then, maybe, or not, something, I don't know. Okay, so I just hung out in the coffee shop for a while, messed around on the internet, and I'm gonna head over to a shopping area real quick and see if I can find a cheap pair of shoes, because mine have a giant hole in them, and I may want to get them before I end up in a remote village in India with no shoes. So I'm gonna go see if I can find a cheap pair, or not, I don't know. And then I'll probably head back to the hostel and sleep so that I can get up tomorrow morning and do stuff. See you then. The funny man statue lights up. Haha. Random thing about Korean language. When you literally translate things, it shows you a lot about culture. 2 times now this week, I've had people tell me the literal translations of things in regards to how it affects the culture, or shows the culture. So, Lauren told me about taking a class. Like, we say taking a class. They say something like listening to the class. Like, it's a very listening type thing. I can't remember exactly what the literal translation is, but it's not like I'm actively doing something, it's I'm sitting and listening to the teacher talk to me. And then Heather was talking to me today about pesticides. They don't call them pesticides, they call them like plant medicine. Because it's good for the plant, although it's very bad for us. Anyway, just thought I'd let you know. So, an hour ago, a guy asked me for directions. And then we spent an hour talking about religion. He's Muslim. It was interesting. It was really interesting. Actually, it was a lot of fun. So it was interesting talking to him because we talked about religion and we talked about... There's a lot of similarities between the Muslim religion and Christian religion. We started talking about it, and I mean, the first premise that he came up with was that there's a difference between Muslim culture and Muslim religion. But then we got talking about it, and I got to just clearly state the difference, which is Jesus, because they believe that he's a prophet, and I believe that he's the Son of God, and that's the difference. And they also don't believe that he died and was risen. They have a different belief about that, and so that's the difference. And it's the primary basis of Christianity is that Jesus is the Son of God and he died for our sins and rose again. And it's the, like, he says it's a little thing, but it's the biggest thing. It's just one thing, but it's the only thing that really matters. And I got to just say that to him, which was cool. And he accepted it as my opinion. And it was a really neat talk to have with him, and he was actually kind of a neat guy, like, in general, but it was a cool conversation. I still don't have a new pair of shoes, but I got time. Korea's a very nighttime thing, because everybody works too much, so all the stores are still open. But it was cool that God let me have that conversation with that guy, and we got to talk about it, and all that kind of stuff. Anyhow, I just thought I'd let you know. And he also thought it was cool that as a woman, I would just have my own opinion and say it. He says good job to Mom and Dad for that one. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Alright, so who's got today? I keep coming back to the conversation with that man on the corner. In so many ways, I could agree with him. I could agree with him on more points than I could agree with most Christians. So many things were the same about who God is. You know, who is God? Is he the father to the fatherless? Yes. Mother to the motherless? Yes. Does he care about the poor? Of course. He's loving, he's kind, he's got grace, he's got mercy, he's one God. All of this we agreed on. But Emmanuel, that God would come to us, that he would come to us and he would die for us, that one point we couldn't agree on. And it's more important than buying a pair of shoes, and it's more important than all of the other names of God, because if he didn't come and give us salvation, we wouldn't have hope. We wouldn't have hope for seeing or receiving or having any of the other parts of God, because we would be separated from him. I mean, I'm glad I got to tell the guy what I believe, but it saddens me that he couldn't believe it. That God could come to us and die for us. That he would be Emmanuel. Because it's the most important part. And so I guess today that's who God is. Today he's Emmanuel.